So I tried to record this Raw review with no AC on, no air conditioner, basically, right? And everything was going good until I reached the 1.5 minute mark and I just couldn't take it. So I decided to keep my air conditioner on low. So at any point in this review, if you hear it, bear with it. It's on low. If you hear it, it is what it is. If you don't, awesome. But at least I'm able to record knowing that I'm not going to be sweating like crazy in this room. I guarantee you, I am not the only YouTuber. I am not the only podcaster that's going through this right now. So bear with it if you can. Awesome if you do. But ladies and dorks, what is up out there? This is your Raw review for July 29th, 2019. We are now 2 weeks away into Summerslam, WWE's second biggest show of the year following WrestleMania. And I want to ask this question to all of you out there. Uncle Steve, T.O. Steve want to know basically, right? Are you, by any way, shape, or form, invested into SummerSlam? Did Monday Night Raw last night, did it make you say, God damn it, I look forward to watching SummerSlam on August the 11th. God damn it, I cannot wait to get the chips, the dip, the fucking 2-liter soda, the fucking Slurpee, the Coronas, the margarita, the tequila, smoke some weed, and watch SummerSlam on that Sunday. I'll wait. 9 times out of 10, it's probably a no. And honestly, why am I not surprised? This Raw, coming out of Raw Reunion, and again, I said during Raw Reunion that all the nostalgia stuff was great. All the old school stuff was great, but the rest of the show, the bleeding shits. And this one, I'll be real with you, I felt the same way. It was the bleeding shits. Fun fact, last Monday, literally this past Monday, last night, as I'm watching Raw, I fell asleep. And I got tired of it. Like, the show was boring. Like, literally during the Alexa and Becky, I just crashed. And I woke up with the TV on. And just in time to go to work at 3 in the morning, basically. So I got to watch the rest of the stuff today. And honestly, again, it was a shit show. I didn't give a fuck about it. Don't get me wrong, there's some stuff that was okay, fine. But the rest of the show, just the bleeding shits. And again, it's sad. It's fucking sad, as we are literally, like I said earlier in this review, we are 2 weeks away, motherfuckers. 2 weeks away into SummerSlam. This is the point where WWE has to get you guys invested, make you guys want to look forward to it. Literally just go full speed as we're heading into SummerSlam, but they're not. They're fucking, and they're not going to anyway. And it's sad. It's fucking sad. Anyway, guys, if you are new to the channel, do me a fucking favor. Get your mind right. Get your minds right. Hit that subscribe button down below. Give the video a big old thumbs up. Hey, look at me. I'm like fucking Fonzie from Happy Days. I'm fucking flexing her and shit. Also, while you're at it, guys, share the video throughout your entire social media platforms if you have missed any of the uploads from this past weekend. On Friday, myself, Big Mike, and Walter, we were live for episode 303 of the Team Heel podcast. We talked about AEW, All Elite Wrestling's big announcement that on October the 2nd, I'm still stuck in August, goddammit, October 2nd, they are going to be live on TNT. And our thoughts on some of the stuff that's been going on with AEW. Again, all that's on episode 303 of the Team Heel podcast. It's up in the video archives. I announced literally this last Sunday night, I announced that I am doing a Q&A for this Sunday's edition of Around the Point. So if you have not yet submitted me your questions yet, what the fuck are you waiting for? Send in your questions right now. You have until Saturday night, because on Sunday, I will be recording Around the Point, and I'll be answering questions. So if you go to the video archive of the thumbnail with this picture of MJF looking at you fucking disgusted because you're a sack of shit. And send in your questions, guys. Just ask away, dorks. Again, 3 questions per person. You can send them in the video of that announcement video, or if not, in the comment threads, that is, right? Or if not, send them on Twitter at HeelSteven. Use that hashtag ATPoint so I know it's for the Q&A. And also, on Sunday, what dropped was Around the Point, where I gave my thoughts on the hashtag Give Women the Chance. Apparently in the community, the soy boys are in full effect in defending this shit. And I was there to tell you guys how it's just a bunch of fucking bullshit. If you have not given that a listen, what the fuck are you waiting for? Brace yourselves. Give women a chance. Hashtag is back in full effect. It's in the video archives of the channel. So again, guys, if you have not watched those yet, give them a watch. God damn it, yeah. I was about to cough there for a second. But anyway, guys, thank you all for tuning in. So Monday Night Raw from Little Rock, Arkansas. It kicked off with the 24/7 title. And here's the thing about it, okay? I'm at the gym. Yeah, I work out. Holy, here come the fat jokes and shit, right? And I'm in a group chat as myself, as Walter, as Chase, basically, right? And Big Mike. And again, in that group chat, we're just talking about stuff that's happening for the week, for the podcast and stuff like that, right? And Mike hits me up and says that is Renee Michelle, that's the wife of Drake Maverick, is she any good as a wrestler? And I did know that she wrestled on the Independents. I never really watched her wrestle, to be honest. I didn't really want to give like a full yes or no, okay? So he tells me that Renee Michelle is in a mixed tag team match with her husband Drake Maverick versus R-Truth and Carmella to kick off the show. And I'm like, well, I'm ready. I'm fucking ready. And that's what kicked off the show. You know, it's sad again when the 24/7 title is getting more time than the fucking Intercontinental Championship. And we're in SummerSlam. And who's the Intercontinental Champion? Is Shinsuke Nakamura. The disrespect. God damn it. So we had this mixed person tag team match, right? You had R-Truth and Carmella versus Drake Maverick and his wife, Renee Michelle. You had all these lumberjacks, so it turns out, all on the outside. Basically all the jobbers, basically. And the idea was that, hey, the 24/7 rule is suspended until this match ends. So, of course, all the fucks are outside the ring. You had Eric Young, you had EC3, you had Mike Kanellis, you had Titus O'Neil, you had, I think, Jinder My Balls, and shit like that. All of them waiting outside of the ring. There's a moment in this match where Drake Maverick gets fucking body surfed, or air surfed, whatever the fuck you call it, around the ring. The women got their shit into, hair pulling, they wrestle like divas. Hey, listen, all that hashtag give women a chance, and there you go. They got a chance in the ring. Who would have thought, right? Who the fuck would have thought? And R-Truth got the win for his team. He got the win for his team. And all the lumberjacks ran in. They all fucking bukkake, or they just fucking mounted on top of fucking R-Truth here and shit, right? And apparently, the referee counted 3. And who was the guy that escaped with the belt? Mike Kanellis. Mike Kanellis. The same Mike Kanellis is being bossed around by his wife, Maria Kanellis. The same Mike Kanellis who on Tuesday on 205 Live, he'll be facing Drake Maverick in an unsanctioned match. But yet again, 205 Live doesn't fucking matter in the eyes of the main roster. You would think that with this, okay, you give the guys some momentum. And again, I get it. The fucking 24/7 title is a comedy belt. Not meant to be taken serious. And all the guys are running. And I'm going to get back to that just momentarily. The fact that he's facing Drake Maverick today, basically, on 205. I'm going to get to that just momentarily, okay? So you have Mike Kanellis running out of the ring. He's escaping through the fucking arena and shit in the back. And everyone's fucking following him. Everyone who's everyone. Even to the point where Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins, these two guys were former tag team champions and shit. Just keep that in mind too. And you see Mike hiding. He hides in this fucking, I guess in his locker room or whatever. And Maria knocks on the door and tells him to open up. And Mike's like, let me know, how do I know it's really you, not Carmella trying to be with my wife? Like, really, bro? You don't know how your wife fucking sounds after being with her for how many fucking years? And then Maria proceeds in saying, basically, that if he doesn't open the door, he demanded to be let in, or she'd kick him in the fucking vagina. She would kick him in the fucking vagina if he did not let her in. And Mike, fucking like a sucker, opens the door. Boom, you're in there. And you would think that, hey, he did it for his wife, that they're having their next child. Also, whoop-de-fucking-do, right? No. Maria then proceeds and tells Mike to lay on his back. That's right, motherfucker. Lay on your fucking back. And demands that she become the 24/7 champion. Because she wants the baby to know that, hey, the baby has a child, as a parent, that's a champion. Basically. Now, on one side, I get it. Hey, you know, it's a storyline where eventually Mike Kanellis is gonna stand up to his wife, right? Eventually, that's the build-up that they're giving you. He's gonna fucking stand up to his wife. And again, I said this last week on the Raw review. If you guys watched Impact Wrestling back in 2016 or so, when Allie, the same Allie that wrestles in All Elite Wrestling, stood up to Maria Kanellis back then too. That whole storyline where eventually she could have taken no more. And during the wedding of Braxton Stutter and freaking Chelsea Green, who was back then known as Laurel Van Ness, in their wedding, she finally stood up to them, right, basically. And it ended up with Braxton Stutter falling in love with fucking Allie, basically. Though in real life, they're a natural couple. That's what I think is going to happen, where eventually Mike stands up to fucking Maria and finally puts his foot down and lets her know who the fuck is wearing the pants in the fucking marriage. Who the fuck is the man, basically. But at the same time, you do remember, I did say this earlier, Mike Kanellis is facing Drake Maverick in an unsanctioned match to get an opportunity at the Cruiserweight Championship. So basically, what you're telling me is, hey, here's Maria bossing him around, telling him to lay on his fucking back. She's gonna kick him in the fucking vagina. How the fuck do you expect me, or the fucking listener, or the fucking viewer that watches 205 Live to take Mike Kanellis serious? How the fuck do you expect anyone to think that, oh my god, Mike Kanellis is gonna beat the fuck out of Drake Maverick, when his own wife is telling him that she will kick him in the fucking vagina and demand him to lay on his back and take the 24/7 championship away from him? On the other side, though, I hope in some way, shape, or form, it's the end of the 24/7 championship. Because I think it might be. Honestly, I think it's going to be a retired championship at the end of it. It's all said and done. But who the fuck knows, really? I could be wrong on it. Don't quote me on it. But let's see what the fuck they're going to do. It's fucking stupid. It's funny, stupid. Everything in one. Everything in fucking one. We get a gauntlet match to determine who will face AJ Styles at SummerSlam. So we start off with Cesaro and Rey Mysterio. The same Rey Mysterio who lost to Bobby Lashley. The same Rey Mysterio who's been getting his ass kicked, this and that, right? The same Cesaro who lost to Aleister Black now once but twice. Starting this shit off, right? And for what it was worth, it was okay to kick off all the fuck you want, right? Rey got the win. And then we had Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn comes out, the same Sami Zayn that lost to Rey Mysterio, right? The same Sami Zayn that lost to Kofi Kingston a couple months ago, here and there, whatever, right? Gets in there and loses to Rey Mysterio with a roll-up that was botched at first, but they fixed it, whatever. And there was that. And then out came Andrade. Who, to my recollection, if I can remember correctly, lost to Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch a couple of weeks ago in that mixed tag team match elimination. At a time where WWE was into their fucking elimination matches, or their fucking 2 out of 3 6-person tag matches as well. Right? And Andrade beats Mysterio about the same time the match was over with, right? Andrade decides to rip off Rey's mask. So there was that. And then we get Ricochet. The same Ricochet that lost to AJ Styles and lost the US title. And again, they had a very fun back and forth match. Zelina tried to get involved to no avail. And then Ricochet hit the 630 splash on Andrade for the 1-2-3. And Ricochet is now the #1 contender to face AJ Styles at SummerSlam. Predictable. Predictable as shit. Even Stevie Wonder is in the grave. Even Stevie Wonder could see that coming. Can you fucking see that coming too? So there was that. And again, it featured everyone that was losers, people that lost matches before, if you will. Fine, it is what it is. I'm pretty sure Styles and Ricochet will have a good match at SummerSlam. What the fuck you want? But yeah, there's that. We then go on from there to Alexa Bliss hosting a moment of bliss, showing footage of Finlay teaching Natalya a counter to the disarmer, and Becky Lynch showing up attacking them both over it via the video screen. And Lynch said that she'd take care of Bliss later in the night. I'll say this overall. I thought that was pretty cool that they showed backstage early in the show clips where you see Natty training. You see them preparing themselves and shit, getting ready for this match. Again, do I look forward to seeing Natty versus Becky at SummerSlam? Fuck no. Absolutely not. But at least you're showing that Natty's, again, trying to give a shit and trying to find a way to counter the disarmer. And basically, that was that. And especially when we find out later on in the night, we had a triple threat tag team match for the Raw Tag Team Championships. Yeah, the Revival defending the tag title versus the OC, which again is a stupid name, but I like the fucking logo. And the Usos, Jimmy, DUI, and Jey Uso. God damn it. And they came out there, you know, I would expect them to get booed for what happened. But again, nope. They got a hero's welcome. The match for what it was an okay match. Nothing to go crazy for here. I kind of saw it coming in a way. I kind of really did. It looked like the Revival were going to win. But there's a moment where I want to say Gallows did a tag onto, I want to say it was I think it was Scott Dawson. And they're about to go for Shatter Machine or something, and it gets countered. To which the club then takes out the Revival, and Jimmy Uso's in the ring and hit the Magic Killer for the 1-2-3. And the OC, the club, they are the new Raw Tag Team Champions. It's kind of ironic too, kind of what a coincidence. Like, yeah, they signed a new deal with WWE. They're paired up with AJ again, and boom, there they go. You have them win the tag title. At the same time, I'll say this, though. It's kind of stupid, though, because, number one, it got no reaction. Number two, SummerSlam in 2 weeks. You mean to tell me you couldn't do a tag team title change? I don't know, at the pay-per-view? Or if not, Raw after SummerSlam? You really had to do a title change in 2 weeks before SummerSlam in the middle of fucking nowhere in Little Rock, Arkansas? Just saying. Like, come on, seriously. How dumb was that? How fucking dumb was that? But at the same time, though, hey, Jimmy Uso got the pin. Serves him right for all the DUIs and shit. The Viking Raiders beat two jobbers. At the same time, I'll say this though. You know, if you're doing a triple threat tag team title, a triple threat to crown to see who for the tag team titles, why the fuck would you not put the Viking Raiders in this match? Just saying. I mean, at the same time too, the Viking Raiders have been on Raw now for months, and you're still having to face jobbers. I don't get that either. It's stupid. We get Becky Lynch and Alexa Bliss. The match ended with Bliss claiming she hurt her ankle. Nikki Cross took Bliss's place in the match, and the match continued. So basically, Nikki Cross basically replaced Alexa Bliss. All you need to know here is that Becky Lynch defeated Nikki Cross with the manhandle slam. After the match, Bliss miraculously recovered, and she and Cross beat down Lynch. Natalya showed up, and you would think that Natty would show up to save Becky Lynch. No, they clear the ring. That being Alexa and they clear the ring, and Natty locks in the sharpshooter on Becky Lynch. After the match, after the whole scuffle backstage, Natty challenges Becky, and I'm assuming it's going to be a SummerSlam, right? A stipulation, if you will. So instead of a one-on-one match for the Raw Women's Championship, it's going to be now a submission match. A submission match between Natty and Becky for the Raw Women's Championship. So basically the disarmer of Becky Lynch versus the sharpshooter of Natty. I get it. You want to make it seem that Natty has an advantage going into this match. Not only because it's in her country of Toronto, Canada, but also it's her match specialty. The submission, Hart family, if you will, right? The dungeon. Again, I still don't give a shit about the match, but you can see where they're going with that, I guess, right? We had Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins versus Dolph Ziggler. I'm surprised this didn't close out the show. This to me, and again, yes, how many times have we seen a Rollins and Ziggler match? A fucking gazillion times. But you know what though? This, in my opinion, should have closed the show. This should have closed Monday Night Raw. Instead, we had Roman and Joe closing the show in that little Samoan stand match, but whatever. Because again, at the same time, based on what happened at the end of the Seth Rollins thing, right? So you had Rollins and Ziggler going out there. They played clips of what happened on SmackDown when Ziggler hit the sweet chin music on Shawn Michaels. The match for what it was, again, It ended basically when Brock comes out and he lays out Seth Rollins. German suplexes. He then proceeds to F5 Rollins onto a steel chair. Multiple times. Multiple fucking times, right? And then, as Rollins was causing Rollins to be taken away by a medic, he was also starting to bleed, right? Starting to bleed and shit. And Ranallo was being driven away by an ambulance. Lesnar stopped the ambulance, right? It literally, in the middle as the ambulance was leaving, he stops it. He pulls out Ranallo and continued beating him down. He finished the attack with another F5 onto the gurney. Onto the fucking gurney. And it's one of those things where, okay, a part of me smiled because, hey, you're showing that, Brock has been on Raw now for more than, what he usually is there for. At the same time, what this does is, it's kind of sad too. You're wanting to get people to feel bad for Rollins, like get sympathy over the guy, right? The idea that Rollins will likely win at SummerSlam, I don't think that's going to happen, to be honest. And to be fair with you, I would not mind having Brock hold on to the belt a little longer, because honestly, at least with Brock holding the belt, and again, you know what, people have their point of view on Brock, it's fine and dandy. But at least with Brock, the belt isn't boring. Like when Rollins won the belt, it was great and fine and dandy, but it became boring after. Even with Kofi as WWE champion. But I feel like this should have closed the show, in my opinion. Because again, Brock is the Universal Champion. That had the important belt on Monday Night Raw after all, right? That should have closed your show, but no. And after this, during this whole thing, you had Roman Reigns and the Usos being attacked by Samoa Joe and the Revival. About the OC. The OC, basically, right? And they're attacking Roman Reigns and the Usos. And after a commercial break, some replays, Joe comes to the ring and announced that the Samoan Summit was canceled. He challenged Reigns to come down to the ring if he could and fight him. Reigns, of course, answered the challenge, and the two brawled. Drew McIntyre showed up to make the fight a 2-on-1. Cedric Alexander, who apparently is in a program with Drew McIntyre now, tried to make a way to make the save for Reigns, but got beaten up by McIntyre, and Joe tried to put Roman through the announce table, but were stopped by the Usos. The OC then joined the fight, and everyone brawled. Everyone fucking brawling and shit until Cedric Alexander jumped onto everyone from high up on the Raw set. And everyone continued to fight, and at the end, Reigns hit a spear on Samoa Joe to close basically Monday Night Raw. And that was Monday Night Raw, guys. Again, did this show get anyone excited for SummerSlam heading into SummerSlam 2 weeks from now, heading into their second biggest show of the year? Nope. Not me. What I did enjoy, however, was some of the matches that we saw in the fucking gauntlet match, even those all losers. I did enjoy, in some regard, I guess Maria winning the belt, because at the end of the day, it puts the end to that 24/7 championship. But other than that, I felt like this show was a complete waste. You didn't learn nothing, you didn't gain nothing out of this. But now, my dorks and mother flowers, it's been a while since I said that word, right? I leave this question to you. Did you enjoy Monday Night Raw? Did you, by watching this show, get invested? Or are you saying to yourself, God damn it, I cannot wait for August 11th. I cannot wait to buy the soda, buy the fucking 2-liter bottles, get the 3 for 5 special at fucking Walmart, the chips, the dip, the fucking sliders, the fucking Corona, the margarita, the tequila, the aguardiente for all my Colombians out there, my pisco sour for my Peruvians out there, for the biggest block party of the summer, SummerSlam on August 11th. I'll wait. I guarantee you no. But that is indeed, guys, around the point. Guys, if you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button down below. Hit the bell icon. Be notified when I upload a video, whenever I go live. It really would mean a lot to me. You can follow me on Twitter at HeelSteven. Again, if you have not checked out any of the content from this past weekend, episode 303 of the Team Hill podcast went up this past Friday. Myself, Walter, and Big Mike, we talked about AEW's big announcement that they will be officially on TNT on October the 2nd. Can't get here any faster, god damn it. And our thoughts on that overall, and what's going to go down with that, with the people over at AEW. Also, this coming Sunday on the next installment of Around the Point, I will be doing a Q&A, a question and answer video. So if you have not yet, go send in your question. You can send them in the video, in the comment section of the video where I announce the Q&A, or if not, you can send them to me on Twitter at HeelSteven. 3 questions per person. It can be about whatever you want. No repeated questions. Again, use the hashtag ATPoint for the Q&A if you're sending your questions over on Twitter. And of course, as well, also on Sunday, I did another installment of Around the Point where I talked about the hashtag Give Women's a Chance being back in full effect after Raw reunion. All the soy boy warriors came out in full effect to defend, I guess, was women's wrestling and shit like that. Get my thoughts on how garbage it was, how stupid it was, and all that fun stuff. So if you've not watched that, go give it a watch whenever you get a chance. But that's gonna be it for me, guys. I will probably be back tomorrow for the SmackDown review. I'm about to cook dinner for later today, and then do some other stuff. I know PES 2020 came out with their demo. I'm going to play, I'm going to try it out, and then after that, we'll see what happens. But guys, thank you all for watching. You guys are awesome as always. And this, Mother Flowers, again, has been another installment of Around the Point. And as always, guys, hate, comment, and subscribe. Kick you in the fucking vagina. I've heard it all now. At least she didn't say touch him, though. But that is Around the Point.